Monday morning. Everybody wake up, wake up, wake up. Yes. Okay. It's Monday. So, all right. This is MLK's the holiday. Now, what I find interesting about MLK's holiday is that do you understand how insane it is to be a part of a country that was determined to kill a man, take him away from his people and his family, his wife and his children, and then honor him? Huh? What in the diabolical crazy? This is America. This is America. I'm just saying, okay? But of course, we appreciate, we value, we honor Dr. King and his accomplishments. Just Dr. King, his leadership, him being open and available to be a leader to a people who need guidance the most, who refuse it most times, who were, in battle. We were just so, even to this day, sometimes I believe we are consistently, not on the same page. So let's give it up for Dr. King. All right, so there's a lot going on. What's up? I got my sister Constance Carter in the building. This makes me excited. Thank you so much. This is my big sister, y'all. She has a Net 7 collective. It's important that you all follow women like her. Follow her footsteps. She gives the knowledge 24/7. She is a true woman of wealth. You know how some people are like, you're a wealthy woman, and they don't mean it in currency. But yes, I mean it in currency with her, not just, not just an ideology, but sister got money. She can show you how to get some too. And I always appreciate that about her. I was going to text you this weekend, but I didn't. I'm glad that you're in the building. Also, can we just, I want to stay on what's going on because everybody has been talking about what has transpired with the hip hop artists, the culture, what is going down. Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross, Nelly. Nelly hopped on, apologizing. He just said, hey, because they are performing at Trump's inauguration celebrations, so it makes you want to pose the question, can Black people perform at opposing, at basically, if you had a president and you didn't vote for this person, do Black people supposed to not perform? Are they canceled? Also, can we just talk about how Chrisette Michele was canceled? They canceled the Black woman for her performance while being cool when the brothers do it. Now, here's the reality. I personally do not have a problem with anybody who wants to perform at Donald Trump's inauguration. And here's why. As a people, we do not take care of one another. You look at Nelly and you say, oh, he shouldn't be performing. When have you personally told your family, let's do a family reunion and Nelly can come and perform for us. Let's everybody give $1,000 so we can give him $50,000 to come and perform for the family reunion. We don't do that. That's number one. Number two, everybody is under the supremacy. You are under the impression that, this person can't perform for Donald Trump while you work for Capital One. You work for Capital One, and Capital One stole $2 billion from its customers. You work for Chase. Chase Bank is a company that started its money from slave labor. So my point of the matter is, what makes you any different? You want people to make personal sacrifices for you that you won't make for you. You want people to make personal sacrifices for over their family, and you won't do it for yours. You put your kids in the same school system. I ain't never seen a bunch of Black folks were going to a school that's cold, that's dirty, that is inadequate, that don't teach your children well, and you still send your children there. You refuse to find another alternative. So yeah, my point is too, we did it with the NFL. The NFL, oh, we boycotting the NFL. When y'all start? When? You boycott the NFL and then you stop. They didn't make changes. They didn't make changes where the white man is not the most coach. They have more coaches than anybody else. A Black man can barely get a position to be a coach in the NFL, but we want to cancel the brothers who decide that they want to perform for Trump. It does not benefit me to be against them or for them in that matter. So I know some people are like, well, you can't be neutral. Yeah, I really can. I can be neutral in the context that it's not me. I also feel like when Black people, they need the money. They need the money. What do you expect people to do when they need money? I have a problem with the sister sliding down a pole to get a grant. You know, but it's like we have all of these ideas, and I'm going to show you some of the performances on video, but we have all of these ideas about what we should not be doing while not providing financial empowerment to the people that's telling them, oh, no, you can't do that. Where do we give them the money? In fact, I'm so interested in knowing if you are a artist, a Black artist, and who has not been signed to mainstream, can you afford to pursue that dream most times? Most times, if you're a Black artist who is not in mainstream, you're struggling. That's why they call it a starving artist, because you're starving until somebody comes and, you know, give you an opportunity. That's all of a sudden like, oh, snap. So we did this. There was a video that I'm gonna play for you too. The Dr. King, he says, look, we gotta have money. We gotta have economic power. We gotta have economic resources. The challenge is we as a people, we take the money from over there and we give it right back to them. We take the money from over there and we give it right back to them. And what they do is they take the money from us and they build for them. They build the school that they want to do. They build the Beverly Hills. They build the studios. They build. So yeah, my sister Johnny Mae McCrae, she says, look, she said, the love of money causes people to lower their standards and values. Yes, but we talking about people who are being paid to perform. If you're an artist and no one ever pays you to perform, are you a working artist? Where do you get the opportunity to perform? If you do not have a stage, are you considered a working artist? That's the question we have to ask ourselves as well. I just also would like to say that it kind of backfired on Snoop a little bit more than everybody else, because Snoop gave folks hell last year, or I'm sorry, a few years ago, for when Donald Trump, I believe, won the first time. He called the artist that was performing under this particular umbrella campaign, he was like, y'all some jigaboos, right? And then this is him this year. I'm about to share the screen with you. Hold on one second. Yeah, I'm about to share the screen with you because, you know, they giving him a hell of a time for his position. They're like, okay, Uncle Snoop, you said this a few years ago. And now you're saying something different. So let me just bring this up really quickly right here. So let me turn it up.
Jigaboo ass gonna be the first one to do it. I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the out one of you Uncle Tom for doing it. Which one of you gonna do it first? I'll be the one that performs for himself.
A few years later.
Everybody say hell yeah! Say hell yeah! Say Snoop Dogg! Now scream! I got the movie on my arm and I'm pouring Sean Dawn and I'm full of best weed because I got it going on. I'm gonna understand for you. Tell them to bring me my money.
So I just want to say that these are the kind of, he basically had to go back, retract, and it's okay. He's a human being. But my sister Maya says they cancel as far as I am concerned. All right, so I understand, but the reality is, how are they supposed to survive? If Kamala had Megan Thee Stallion dancing so that you all could vote, if Kamala used certain artists, if she paid Beyonce or whoever it is so that they can bring in their particular audience to perform, what's the difference? What's the difference? I don't honestly think that these people are looking at this position politically. I believe that these people are genuinely thinking, okay, what date and time am I supposed to perform? And that's it. Not to mention, you have these artists who go to India. There be India princes and princesses got $8 million to pay them to come and dance for a weekend. They like, yeah, I'm going to India. I'm going to some rich princess's birthday party to perform. So I just believe that if we want to cultivate a culture where our men, women, and children do not have to do things for the supremacy to have money, then we need to be accountable for that. We need to make sure that we are eating well. We need to make sure that we are facilitating how the money trickle down to the community. Who gets it, who don't, who's for us, who's not. But I believe that this outrage is selective. And then how are you going to have outrage to one particular party and not the other? So let me play another video for you. It wasn't just him. Nelly, he responds to the backlash. So Nelly like, look, hold on.
Every step of the way. I did not know you was riding with me because you thought I would ride for who you voted for. I didn't know that. I apologize. I apologize. I didn't know that I had to agree with your political choices. And I thought it was the things that you do, not the things that you say should be done. If you follow what I do, this shouldn't even be an argument. He's the president. He won. This isn't a campaign. This isn't an RNC. I'm not out on the political campaign. I didn't get none of that 1.5. You see what I'm saying? Like to try to help somebody get voted.
Kamala didn't invite you to
No. She didn't invite me.
She didn't invite me either, man. I was going to do all at home.
Like, so, but I don't knock the ones that did. I don't knock the brothers and sisters that benefited from it. I don't knock the correspondents that may have gotten money to do that. I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this because it's an honor. I respect the office. It don't matter who is in office. The same way that our men and women, our brothers and sisters who protect this country have to go to war and have to put their life on the line for whoever in office. So if they can put their life on the line for whoever in office, I can damn sure perform for whoever.
What do you say to the people that say we're not giving you this backlash because of your political affiliation or your political choice or whatever? We're giving you this backlash because you are propping up a white supremacist.
I would ask them to show me where he's a white supremacist, and here's the thing. Okay, I get it. He did say if you don't vote for me, you're not black, right? Oh no, that wasn't him. That wasn't him. Hold on, I'm trying to think. Hold on.
Okay, so as you can see, Nelly is holding his own. Nelly is like, yo, let me tell you, I don't think he's this. And I think based on that interview, this is the thing right here too. People are saying, oh, you a white supremacist. What part have you had a president? What president on the planet that did not orchestrate like a white supremacist? What president, what American president did not have the orchestration of a white supremacist? You know, so that's the thing too. When we just saying, oh, white supremacy, it's upholding systems. It's upholding systems that are in place. It's not about a 30-minute entertainment project. That's not upholding the supremacy. It's saying, you know what? I'm going to have, I'm going to act like that I'm for Black people. Then I'm going to take away all of their funding for their communities. I'm going to act like I'm for Black people. And I'm going to sign the 3-strike bill. And then I'm going to act like I'm for Black people. And then I'm going to sign a bill that if you have cocaine or if you have crack, you get a longer sentence. So it's like, what do we want? We like for people to pretend to be on our side, because I don't care. I don't care about Biden. I don't care about Trump. You know, I don't care about people's political stands more than I care about if we were owning our own, if we were taking care of ourselves. Dr. King said, I believe I've integrated my people into a burning house. People don't talk about that. And that's my cue to go ahead and show you some of the things that Dr. King said as he was being critical to a system. And as you all, I want to share too, that Robert Kennedy was right there. People be like, oh, Kennedy was a good white man. He was right there ensuring that Dr. King, was being followed, tapped. He had his wires tapped. His wife, they was following this man left and right. He had no peace. They tapped his home. They tapped his hotel. They worked overtime to try to kill this man. They worked overtime to try to make sure that his message did not appear to be valid. They worked overtime at this. And then when he was gone, after they brutally killed him, they gave him a holiday. A part of me is upset behind the behavior because this is how some of you all operate. You got this backstabbing mentality. You got this, this not straight up. You like to be backstabbed. You like people to pretend that they're with you when being 100% against you. So it's like, why are we like this? Also, can you not get your agenda met by somebody that you don't agree with personally? Because it's been happening our entire time in America. There hasn't been people wasn't walking around was like, yeah, I really have a different perspective about the Negro. They was like, what do they want? Yeah, give it to them. Dr. King would go into rooms with men who called him the N-word. He would go into rooms with the president of the United States who would consider him to be an N-word. And he would have to negotiate voting for people. He says, look here. How you feel about me matters not. I am here for the people. And this is what I believe some of the people kind of forget is that, what do you want from these people? What do you want from them? So I got my sister Tamara. She says, look, Madam President, our entertainers, they're thoughtful about our issues. No, are they? No. They are bought and paid for. Who don't want to upset the hands that feed them? Let me ask you this, Tamara. I'm not here to say that you're wrong, but here's what I want to know. Who isn't? When you go to work, say for instance, you work for Comcast, say for instance, you work for Xfinity, say for instance, you can work for Macy's, do you go around being disruptive to get fired? Or do you quietly disagree, do what you have to do, get paid until you find another alternative I believe that we are holding entertainers to a standard that they shouldn't be held to in the first place. They're, asking an entertainer to have these deep intellectual processes when the rap conversation is like about sex and dancing and smoking weed. It is not Dr. Cress Wessling. You know what I'm saying? It is not Dr. Boyce Watkins. It's not those people who have put in the time and the agenda. Now, what we should be asking is, why aren't the people qualified to have the proper conversations aren't invited to these spaces? Why aren't they sitting at the table? Y'all don't even want to have that conversation. Also, too, I want to just get back to the Dr. King, his position on unity, his position on money, because that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with economics here. We're dealing with the issue that when our Black artists do not have access to mainstream, then they don't have access to money. And how do we fix that? How do we fix that? So Ebony says, we've supported those artists for years, so they should have plenty of money. We already made them rich, number one. Okay, Ebony, I'm not here to disagree with you on that either, but think about this. Do you understand that these people got bills that's $80,000 a week too? That's a different trajectory. If you got bills that's $3,000 a month and you got payroll for 150 people, I have to make you all think on all different spectrums, because having this one-dimensional mindset is going to interfere with our ability to also have a lot. We haven't even started creating our own ecosystem. The Black community that is woke, the Black community that is B1, we don't even have our own currency. We don't even have our own exchange program. We don't even have our own land where we all unite. We don't have a system. We all are heavily relying on this system. And, like I said, I am not a Trump fan. I am not a Trump supporter. I don't support any of it, in retrospect, in the big grand scheme of things. That's not my interest. But I don't want to pretend as if, I could tell Nelly, no, don't do it. And I can also ensure that he gets, $50,000 for the night. That's my issue. How can we fix that? No, I'm not acting like Kamala is the first politician to hire entertainers. And, Malcolm X said that's been the issue for a very long time, is that we are always in the spectrum of the entertainment. So you have so many issues that don't get touched, like education and finance and banking. We getting hammered as a community because we got serious issues that continue to be overlooked in the name of entertainment. And it's really frustrating, because the part is, you can be a very intelligent Black person and you can come into the room with people and you can be there to add value to something that's important. And somebody believes that you're supposed to be there to sing and dance. That's the problem that I have too. But then we have to ask ourselves, even as a community of people, are we doing right by the community? Are we really, unified? Or are we just meeting up in comment sections? Because that's important too. How are we unified? We got to ask Black doctors, how interested are you in saving Black lives when they come into the hospital to go against the supremacy who wants you to put them on all kinds of medicine? We have to ask Black accountants, how interested are you in saving this particular family money? Can you help them structure their household and the income so they can have money for their children? We work for the system, but we don't work for each other. All of us have knowledge. All of us have access to certain things that we're not going around passing the information to people easily. So that's my thing too. We have deep expectations for entertainers, people who go out, sing, dance, and rap. But then the expectation for yourself is not there. The expectation for your children is not there. You have beautiful children, intelligent children. You don't make them do what they're supposed to do, because parenting them could be very tiring. But then you want Nelly to not dance and sing so that his kids can have an extra 150K. Like, we have to be realistic. I want you to know that my position is not about agreement. I am not in agreement or disagreement. My position is to challenge the thought process that has us in an uproar about it in the first place. I also would like to share this perspective, from CNN. CNN, they were talking about this as well. I'm going to share this particular video as they're talking about performing. And we have to be fair to them, because it's like you telling them, oh, they don't have a right to
thaw to Donald Trump. I mean, are they?
About time.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Time.
We definitely saw a lot of people, Sexy Red, others say, he sent me a check, so I'm good with him, the stimulus check. And I understand that there is that crew of people who are like, the stimmy check came, I like him now. Snoop and Nelly in particular are apolitical people and apolitical artists. Like, you see Snoop with Martha Stewart, he's like, I fly over, I want everyone to like me. I think this is more about capitalism than politics. Somebody said, Snoop, it's the crypto ball. We got $250 for you, or $150 for one night. Come do 10 songs, 6 songs, whatever. Yeah, I'm there, homie.
But
Nelly, the same thing.
There are a lot of rappers who have sided with Donald Trump. For all kinds of, he pardoned several of them.
Giving away pardons.
I mean,
giving away pardons to people, and that's why they were.
But I mean, what's going on there? What is it about these particular?
These are not the intellectuals of hip hop. These are not except for Kanye. These are typically not political people at all. Like I said, there's some in the hood. There's this notion of he's tough. He gave us money, right? They're not.
I was reminded also, I mean, back in the 80s, Donald Trump was, at the boxing matches. He was with Don King. I mean, he was in a different place in the culture. He went into the 90s as the subject of rap songs. And just, Gail, I know you're not a rap expert, but
I am definitely not
a rap expert, but something happened in this election, maybe, where because of his victory, all the business people were like, you know what? Trump is no longer politically toxic. And some of these folks are making the exact same calculation on the music side as well.
They are doing exactly that. And it is an honor. It's an honor to be able to sing at an inauguration. It's an honor to be able to sing at one of the balls. It's an honor. I have a daughter who's a singer, and she was on American Idol, one of the finalists.
Yes, that's right. I remember that.
And she was asked to sing at a convention. And she lost so many friends and so many fans because she agreed to sing.
Wow.
And I just think it's time for entertainers to get out of politics and entertain.
Well, they're getting into politics.
Wow.
Okay,
wow.
I mean,
Shut up and dribble. Wow. I didn't think we were going to go there.
First of all, I like the brother over the. But here's what I will say. They having this round table about it. How often are they inviting those same people to CNN, asking them, can you give us some input on, how can a rapper do better with his finances the first time he gets a deal? This is the kind of stuff that I don't hear people ask celebrities. I don't hear people ask celebrities things like, can you share with us? Can you do me a favor? Can you share with us one of the biggest challenges that you had as an artist the first year you received your first $1 million, right? We also, can you share with us when you got your first $1 million, did the record label that you work with give you financial literacy? Did they give you a financial literacy course? Did they give you a CPA? Like, how are you able to manage that? This is what they do to us. They don't involve us in the real conversations to get the real insight, but bring us in all the BS, right? All right, so let's get to Dr. King. When he said that I believe that I've integrated my people into a burning house. This is important because this is one of the issues that we are continue to run up against to this day is what's integration, a thing of a positive thing for us.
I must confess that that dream that I had that day has at many points turned into a nightmare. Now, I'm not one to lose hope. I keep on hoping. I still have faith in the future. But I've had to analyze many things over the last few years, and I would say over the last few months. I've gone through a lot of soul-searching and agonizing moments. And I've come to see that we have many more difficult days ahead, and some of the old optimism was a little superficial, and now it must be tempered with a solid realism. And I think the realistic fact is that we still have a long, long way to go. I think the biggest problem now is that we got our gains over the last 12 years at bargain rate, so to speak. It didn't cost the nation anything. In fact, it helped the economic side of the nation to integrate lunch counters and public accommodations. I must.
Did you hear Dr. King? Did you hear Dr. King? That's when he said, I believe I integrated my people into a burning house. No, wait, hold on. Did you hear when he said that dream that I had has turned into a nightmare? He said that my people have been integrated. We have been helping every system in this country. We have been a financial benefit. A financial benefit. Every Black person, even if we are in poverty, even if we are struggling, we have been a financial benefit to this country. And you mean to tell me that our sons, our daughters have to not be a part of things when they've been a financial benefit to this country? I mean, like, you heard it from him. That was not from me. I just want to reflect and just say that Dr. King, his legacy continues to live on. He also mentions that, you know, he said that, you know, I'm sorry, in this particular clip, he was just talking about, you know, he said, I've been reflecting, I've been soul searching. Nobody really want to talk about that. To get to this level that we discuss, it's not easy. Or, you know, do we have the blueprint? This is what I will say. This is what I will leave you with. If we are always going to them for the standard of what should be, we will never achieve what could actually be between us. We can't have one group of people be the standard for our lives, be the standard for success. If you want to honor Dr. King, he said, you want to read, you want to be knowledgeable, you want to organize, you want to have money. If you don't have no money in this country, you are not going to have the time of your life. Money is going to give you the freedom that's necessary. We have to figure out how to be wealthy without the help of others. Other ethnicities have done it. The Asian community, they come and do nails in our community. The men do the nails. The women, the children do nails. And they don't go around talking about 50-50. Is he a good man because he's sitting around doing nails? They open up shops all over. So my question to us is, you know, some of our cultural mindsets, it have to be shifted in order for us to truly get to the mountaintop. I'm out. As you all know, I didn't get a chance to do a lot of text. Queens to 87948. Go to flynubianmoney.com. I'm very happy to be with you all today. I hope you get a chance to go on YouTube and listen to some of Dr. King's work and come up with your own theories and ideas and mind and thought processes surrounding the legends, their thoughts. You know, have we come a long way? Would he be disappointed or would he be proud to see that there are so many Black millionaires? All right, I'm Madam President with a Z, and I'm 100% politically incorrect. I will see you tomorrow at 9:30 Eastern. I'm out.